Senior citizens are just getting started. Does that even make sense? Senior citizens are just getting started? Well, here's the truth of it. We are, in a way, just getting started. You know, the senior years are so cool, but we also have other things going on. One of them is our adult children are just walking away from us, and they're doing it in record numbers. It's a phenomenon going on right now, and younger generations are blaming boomers for just about everything. That's another phenomenon. But here's more truth. We were so cool in the 60s, weren't we? We really were. Today, I want to talk about if you feel like you're lost. I want to be your cheerleader today, so hang tight with me. I reconnected up this week with a cousin, and he was really telling me about how he felt lost as a senior. And it's really only been over the last couple of years. So I want to get into this because I did some research on it. I thought about it, and I wanted to say some of the things that we actually talked about, okay? Of, how to get him out of feeling like he's kind of lost right now. But if you do feel lost, let me just tell you, you're not broken. And you're not hopeless. You're just disconnected with what's going on. There's so much going on right now, isn't there? It's like you woke up one day and you couldn't quite figure out what you're doing or why you're doing what you're doing. It's not dementia, okay? In 9 out of 10 times, it's not. It's just a little bit of a fog. So let's wake up. I've got a really good message for you. So I really want you to listen up. And I want you to share this with your friends and your family. Please share it. And let's shake things up just a little bit, okay? Here's the facts. You've lived. You've seen some things, but somehow it kind of sneaks up on you. And that's the question, is this it? Is this what it ends up to be? Is this just all there is? So what is this feeling of being lost? You're not lost. So let's talk about this. Why do people feel lost? Why does my cousin feel lost? And especially now, especially as we get older, it's not because we're doing something wrong. It really isn't. It's because we've stopped doing some of the right things. And I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about things that nobody else really wants to talk about. Here's what I've learned from life and from experience. And my cousin and I talked about this. I watched it play out with myself. And I'm going to remind you, most of you do remember, I felt lost for a good probably year and a half after Paul and I split up. And it was a natural feeling. Everything seemed to be just upside down. And what happened is I realized I had to create a new normal. Yeah, we were together 3.5 years, so I had to create a brand new normal. Sometimes we feel lost also when we surround ourselves with toxic people. And what happens is our energy gets drained. And another factor, if we don't get outside enough, it can create a vacuum in our lives and we become depressed. And I made you coffee. Here you go. Yeah. Cheers. Another thing too is we might be getting over an illness, and that can create a feeling of being lost somehow, and we can't find our true selves again, and it takes a while. It feels like we're lost in the world. We've been sleeping, we've been healing, and it feels like maybe we don't belong anywhere anymore. And as we sink into it, return to things we hope will make us feel better. And what are those things usually? Food, alcohol, drugs, medications to perk ourselves back up. But this usually just puts us further from being found again. It puts us further in the hole. I want to talk about a few more things also that I wrote down and I made a list. Let me know below in comments what your feelings are, what you think about this. And seriously, you can comment as many times as you want to. As things come to your mind, just type it and press go. And then if something else comes along, just make another comment. Okay, number 1, we get too comfortable. Check to see if any of these things apply to you. Our comfort zones feel safe, don't they? But the longer we sit in those comfort zones, the smaller our life starts to feel. I mean, remember the 60s? We were alive during that time. We were some cool people in the 60s. Now you stopped trying new things and you stopped challenging yourself. Do you think that might be part of it? Another thing too, you started managing your life instead of living it. You got everything into like you're managing it, right? And slowly but surely, you lose your sense of purpose. So, you're not stuck because something is wrong with you. You're not lost. You're stuck because your brain hasn't had a new experience in a long time. Okay. Yeah, we need to wake up. Let's wake up. We're just getting started. Like I said in the beginning, you don't have to climb Mount Everest. You just need to do something that makes your palms sweat just a little bit. Okay? Something that forces you to feel alive again. Growth doesn't happen in sitting in a recliner. Or in a bed watching TV. Doing that once in a while is fun. It's okay. But if you find yourself doing that all the time, do you? Ask yourself that. Am I laying in bed too often? Am I watching TV or being on my phone just a little bit too much? So I want you to just think about it. Do you feel like you're losing yourself? A lot of seniors go through this. That's why I want to talk to you. And if you're younger, listen up. Yeah, listen up. You might have a senior in your life who's doing this. And you're going to get there too. Yeah, I was young once, In the 60s, we were moving our bodies more. In the 60s, we were dancing, weren't we? Yeah, we were dancing, yeah. And I'm not talking about gym memberships or the beach abs, trying to find all that out, although that's not bad. I'm talking about getting oxygen to your brain, getting circulation going in your head. Your brain needs to get what it needs, and it needs oxygen and it needs blood flow. And if you're not moving, you're not thinking clearly. And I go through this myself. If you're not thinking clearly, the world starts to feel foggy. Well, I mean, that's duh. That makes sense, doesn't it? And that fog becomes confusion. And that confusion becomes hopelessness. And that hopelessness becomes, I'm lost. What am I doing here? I'm getting older. What am I doing? I guess my life is over. It's not. Okay? And before you know it, you're sitting there wondering, oh, what happened to me? Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. You're going to start living your senior years effectively. I want you to move your body, okay? And I want you to make sure that you are outside getting some blood flow, some walking in. Even a stretch, sit on the carpet and stretch. It's not vanity, that's vitality. In fact, stand up, put on the Moody Blues and dance or whatever. Jefferson Starship, Yeah, start dancing. Dance around your house a little bit. I can't dance in here, but I can go to the park and do it. And believe me, when I was in Tucson at the parks, that's what I did. I would dance. I didn't care who watched. Another thing too, you need a project. You need to create something. We were created to create. And when you don't have something you're working on, something that lights you up, something that gives your mind a direction, you kind of start to drift away, Yeah, you need to keep your mind in focus and start creating something. You don't need to build a business if you don't want to, although you can. Most people become successful in their 60s, but you do need a project. And seniors are susceptible, get my tongue going, to feeling lost sometimes. They go through these periods. There's a give up kind of attitude that can creep in, and maybe it's organizing the garage. A lot of people have told me, I have a story inside of my head I want to get out. Maybe it's growing tomatoes in a pot in your front step outside. Yeah, right? Just something that says, I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm still building something. That really does matter. Projects give you momentum. I have so many projects going, oh my gosh. Momentum keeps us from getting lost. I mean, I spent a year and a half feeling kind of lost, having to get my new normal going after breaking up with Paul. But I'll tell you right now, I am so busy. I don't feel lost at all. I know I have a purpose. I've got a bunch of purposes going on. And projects aren't about like performance. They're about connection to yourself, to the moment, and to the meaning of your senior years. Don't give up, okay? And don't wait to be ready. Just begin. Begin something. Right now, I want you to think about it. And don't go till the very end, okay? Watch it all the way through, okay? But I want you to start. Let me know in comments what you can bring to the table. Something else I want to mention, senior centers. I've wanted to mention this for a while. I kind of keep forgetting about it. Senior centers. Google the senior centers that are in your area. They have lunches every day on weekdays. They have activities weekly and daily. So I want you to check out the senior centers. Connect. Even if you don't find your best friend there, you're there among people and it gets you out. Some of us isolate ourselves. And when we do it, we start talking to ourselves in like an echo chamber. We start believing the worst stories our brain likes to tell us, right? Now, others, sometimes people nonstop socialize. I know a couple friends who do that. They're always socializing. And they need to be around people all the time. So we're out, we're talking, we're giving, right? And we start to feel kind of hollow. Too much solitude creates sadness, and too much noise can create burnout. So we've got to find our middle balance in this. Silence is healing until it's not. So don't isolate yourself too much, right? And connection is beautiful until it gets toxic and it gets draining. I've been there. Oh my gosh. Check your balance and adjust as needed. No guilt, no rules, okay? Yes, we want you to not feel lost anymore. You need to balance things out just a little bit. Now, just listen to what your nervous system is telling you. Do you feel overstimulated or do you feel not stimulated enough? Yeah, there's a way that you can, rectify this, right? Here's something, oh my gosh, I'm so into this. Sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? This is one simple thing that you can change, but it might be the most important of all. If your sleep is broken, your thoughts will be too. I've been there. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep. Yeah. On those days, it's going to pretty much let you know that this is why I feel lost today, right? But if it happens a lot, it's gonna affect you. You're gonna feel lost all the time. Sleeplessness loves to creep in when your brain hasn't had enough time to heal. So protect your sleep like you protect your peace. It's not a luxury, it's survival. Now I've got a few more tips for you. Let me take a sip of this. Okay. Water. I think I've talked about this quite a bit. Drink more water. Yes, literally, your brain is 70% water. And if it's dehydrated, your thoughts won't feel right. So pour a glass of water. In fact, I've got some water right here. Yeah, right now if you need to. Okay, foods. Eat foods that make you feel alive, okay? No matter where you're at with this diet thing, whether it's keto or whatever, yeah. Eat what makes you feel alive. Not bloated, not sluggish, not guilty, but alive. You already know what those are for you. Because our makeup is similar, but it's a little bit different. Each one is individual. Now, here's one tip that you might forget about. I don't, because every day I get dressed up. Take pride in how you present yourself. Okay? Because every day I kind of go somewhere and I want to look ready to go. Even if you're home alone, though, even if no one's going to see you, you don't get dressed to impress. You get dressed to remind yourself who you are. Dress up for yourself, right? You want your outside to say, I still care about myself. That's a good message. It's a message for you. Yeah, you're the only one that you have to compete with, okay? Okay, I actually wrote about some of this in one of my books, The Modern Senior. I wrote down a lot of things that I've talked about over the years. And it isn't written in a preachy way, just stories from my life and things I've learned the hard way. Things no one told me, but I wish that they had. You know, seniors are different than they were in any other generation, right? A lot of people are just dropping us like hot potatoes, but guess what? We're modern seniors now, and a lot of us have already figured this out. And the book speaks to me, and I think it will speak to you too. And of course, it's on Amazon. It's easy to read. It's honest and it's real. There's no fluff. There's no lectures. Just what I've lived and how I got through it. But you know what? Seniors are so cool. We aren't done yet. And I'll tell you, lots of us have already figured this out. We've already discovered how to live a modern senior life. There's some seniors out there that have just now become successful. And right now they realize, hey, this is the coolest time of my life. And it can be for you too. I really recommend it. The Modern Senior, right? So, my final thoughts, if you're feeling lost right now, don't panic. Just take a pause. Drink some water, move your body, start a little project, sleep like it's something sacred for you, and dress for your life. Because you still want to live it, don't you? It's waiting for you. You know, the modern senior life, it's waiting for you. We're all different. The 60s people were so different, and we're living it different as we've gotten older. Yeah, you're not lost. Let's redirect you to back where it's all at, and it's all going to be okay? You know, life is far out. Remember that? Life is a far out experience. Groovy times are still ahead. Right? They are. So get up and dance, get up and share this with a friend, okay? People need to hear this. I love you guys. Mwah. Yes. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. In The Modern Senior. It's not expensive. It's also an audiobook. So go to Amazon. The link is in comments, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. You got this.